Some really exciting news. There is a new product that is being developed at the moment to allow low interest, long-term finance for the households of New Zealand to do things like put solar panels on the roof and get gas out of the home. And this is really exciting because this finance product at low enough interest rates will probably be cheaper than the energy bills that customers are currently facing. That means that the repayments of this finance will largely be covered by the savings achieved by the households from electrifying. Rewiring Aotearoa has been working on this with the Local Government Funding Authority and Local Government New Zealand. From the households of New Zealand's perspective, this is amazing because one of the biggest barriers to entry is just that upfront capital cost. It's quite expensive to get gas out of the home and put solar panels on the roof. Low interest finance on really flexible terms will often mean that the households of New Zealand can save money from day one because the savings from electrifying your home may actually be greater than the repayments that you need to make. This provides finance to so many different types of New Zealanders that might not have access to that traditional low interest banking finance, right? My mum, for example, who has paid off her mortgage, she's a pensioner, would love to put solar panels on her roof to save money, cannot afford the upfront capital cost, and does not have access to bank finance. This allows my mum to essentially engage with her local council, get the money to put solar panels on her roof, and pay it back conveniently over a period of time that suits her. And from an investor's perspective, what the Local Government Funding Authority is really doing is grouping a whole bunch of houses together into one easy investable product for things like super funds to be able to provide money at a really, really low interest rate. Really excited about this product because it comes at a time where there's really, really high cost of living pressures, and one of those big pressures is energy. 140,000 households in New Zealand took out loans last year to pay for their energy bills. For those people that might already be struggling to pay their power bills, well, it makes access to finance from traditional lenders like banks much, much harder. Banks offer things like green loans, but they're usually over a really, really short period of time, which means essentially you have to increase your cost of living to pay back those loans over that short period of time before you get the benefits from this technology. In reality, if you finance at low interest over, say, a 15-year period, many, many homes in New Zealand will save money today. We know this technology has so many other key benefits. Not only are we lowering the cost of living, we're also increasing our resilience, right? Because during a natural disaster, the sun will still come up the following day. We will still have a supply of energy, and we can still store that energy in our homes. With that, there are about 10 million fossil fuel machines in New Zealand. 8.5 million of them are ready to electrify with today's technology, and most of those 8.5 million exist within the homes of New Zealand. If we electrify all those machines, plus a few of the machines that are almost ready to electrify at our commercial level, well, we're going to save about 25% of our gross emissions every year. And that means we can hit our international obligations while saving money, which is just insane when you think about it. Government also has a goal through Electrify NZ of doubling the amount of renewable electricity on New Zealand's electricity system. And one of the key ways to do that is through the households of New Zealand. 80% of the households having solar panels on the roof will generate about 40% more electricity for New Zealand's electricity system. The more supply we have, the lower the cost of energy. You get the idea. It's been really awesome. So far, we've had Auckland Council, we've had Hamilton Council, we've had Tauranga Council, we've had New Plymouth District Council, we've had Wellington Council, and we've had the government agency, EECA, the Energy Efficiency Conservation Authority, front up the cash to allow this product to be built. And from here, we need central government support. If we can get central government support to get this Ratepayers Assistance Scheme over the line, well, that's going to result in lower cost of living pressures, lower emissions, higher levels of resilience for everyone in New Zealand.